My dad left a voicemail. Christmas is off. Expect a call from my lawyer. I didn't argue, just texted back, understood. Then I quietly removed my name from the $320,000 mortgage, and 48 hours later, 67 missed calls. Their lawyer panicked, begging for answers. Hey everyone, before we dive in, I have a quick favor to ask. If you enjoy content like this, please hit the subscribe button. It's free, supports the channel, and ensures you never miss out on amazing videos. Alright, let's get started. My phone buzzed violently on the kitchen counter. It was Dad again. Christmas is off. Expect a call from my lawyer. His voicemail was cold, clipped, the kind of voice he used when he wanted you to feel small. I didn't call back, didn't argue. I just texted back, understood. And then, in the cold, calculated calm that washed over me, I opened my laptop. 30 minutes later, my name was gone from the $320,000 mortgage. Their precious house, no longer my problem. 48 hours later, my phone went insane. 67 missed calls, Dad, Mom, Emma, even a panicked voicemail from their lawyer, the one who had probably advised them on how to strong-arm me. Now he was begging for answers. Jack, we need to talk. This is a misunderstanding. Just please call your parents. They're very upset. I almost laughed. Upset? I scrolled through the endless notifications, texts, voicemails, even Emma's frantic messages. Jack, what did you do? Dad's losing it. You can't just cut off family. But they'd done worse, for years, and it all started with a dinner I shouldn't have gone to. 3 weeks ago. Jack, I told you, we can't afford to take you on the trip this year, Mom said, barely looking up from her phone. It's a small cabin and we barely have room. A cabin? I frowned, watching her scroll with one hand and stir her overpriced herbal tea with the other. I thought you guys were struggling with bills. Dad snorted. Don't start, Jack. I didn't ask for a financial advisor. If you're that worried, maybe send us a little extra this month. I already cover your mortgage, and the utilities, and Emma's car payments. Emma sprawled out on the couch like a queen, didn't even flinch. Oh my God, stop acting like you're some hero. I've always helped, but it feels like it's never enough. What should I? I felt something twist in my chest. Emma, I helped you pay off your credit card debt last month because you begged. I didn't beg, I asked, and you're my brother. Family helps family. Dad smirked. Listen to your sister, maybe stop being so dramatic. I took a breath, but the words kept coming. Dramatic? You're going on a vacation without even telling me, but I'm the one who's dramatic? It's just a trip, Jack, Mom muttered, her voice laced with that pity I hated. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. I laughed, a bitter, sharp sound. Got it, sure. Have fun. I turned to leave, and Dad's voice chased me down the hallway. Don't be like that, Jack. Maybe if you didn't waste money on that tiny apartment, you could actually do something for this family. I froze, the air thick around me. My fists tightened. Okay, I whispered. Got it. 1 week later, I was scrolling mindlessly through Facebook when a photo appeared. Dad, Mom, and Emma, all grinning in front of a luxury cabin. Family trip in Aspen. Our family together at last. Our family. No mention of me. No invitation. Just them, and Emma's boyfriend, Zach. My phone buzzed again. Dad, hey, can you send me another $200? We're running low on cash out here. Internet's spotty, so Venmo is probably best. I stared at the message, then at the photo. The laughter in their faces, the way they held each other close. My fingers moved on their own. Sorry, can't help. Enjoy your family trip. 5 minutes later, Emma's text appeared. Wow, Jack. Seriously, what's your problem? My problem. My problem was that I was a wallet with a face, a backup plan they never even thought about until something broke, until they needed money. And they thought I'd never fight back. They were wrong. I didn't hear from them for a week, a full, blissful week of silence. Then on a cold Tuesday evening, while I was making a late dinner, my phone buzzed. It was a notification, a tag, and a Facebook post. Family is everything, even when they hurt you. It was Emma's profile picture. Her and Mom, all smiles with Dad in the background. The comments were a mess of sympathy and heart emojis. Stay strong, sweetheart. Family always finds its way back. Whoever hurt you doesn't deserve you. I tapped the comment section, and there it was. Dad's reply, some people forget who took them in, who raised them, but God sees everything. I wanted to smash my phone, but I didn't. I wasn't going to give them that satisfaction. Instead, I opened my messages. Emma's last text stared back at me. Wow, Jack, seriously, what's your problem? I didn't reply. I just scrolled up, past her begging for money to pay her credit card, past her asking for a ride at 2 a.m., past her accidentally sending me her Amazon wish list, the one I'd cleared out for her birthday. Then I saw it. The screenshots. Emma, just 3 months ago. Jack, please. I'm completely stuck. If I don't make this payment, they'll cancel my card. I'll pay you back, I swear. You know I'm good for it. I love you, Jack. You're the only one who always helps me. Lies. I saved them. That night, I dug through the files I never thought I'd need. Texts, bank transfers, a full list of every time I'd paid their mortgage. My name on the account. My money draining, month after month. I found the photo of the SUV I'd helped Dad buy for his retirement. The one he told everyone he bought himself. A reward for his years of hard work. By midnight, I had a folder. Screenshots, documents, even the audio of Dad yelling at me last Thanksgiving. If you don't want to help this family, then don't ever come back. But don't come crying when you need something. I listened to it twice. It still burned. The next morning, I did something I never thought I'd have the courage to do. I called the mortgage company. Yes, I need to remove myself as a cosigner, No, I'm not interested in their situation. I need this processed immediately. The woman on the line hesitated. Sir, this will trigger a reassessment of their mortgage. Are you sure? I smiled. Absolutely. 2 days later, the call started. Jack, what did you do? Dad's voice was a mixture of rage and desperation. The bank just called. They're saying we need to requalify. We can't afford this. Not my problem, I said, sipping my coffee. Not your, Jack. Are you out of your mind? We raised you. We took care of you. You raised me? I laughed. I felt like I was just there when you needed something. There's a difference. How can you do this to your own family? Mom's voice cut in, shrill and panicked. Family? I chuckled. You mean the family that went on a luxury vacation without me? Or the family that mocked me when I couldn't afford to join? Silence. Just their breathing, heavy, uneasy. Jack, just fix this, Dad growled. Be a man for once in your life. You mean like how you're a man? Begging me for money while calling me useless behind my back? That's enough, he roared. You think you're so smart, don't you? Well, fine. Christmas is off. Expect a call from my lawyer. I almost smiled. Understood. The next morning I got a text from Emma. Jack, please, can we talk? I'm sorry. We need you. I didn't reply. 5 hours later, another text. Jack, I'm serious. They're losing it. Mom's crying. Dad's freaking out. I didn't mean what I said. Still nothing. By the evening, my phone was a flashing mess. 23 missed calls. Then a new number, a voicemail. Jack, this is Mr. Dunham. I'm your parents' attorney. I think there may have been some misunderstandings here. I'd like to help resolve this amicably. Please call me. I didn't call. I went to bed with a clear mind for the first time in years. The next day, I decided to go out. Clear my head. A quiet little cafe, my favorite spot away from everything. But halfway through my coffee, I saw it. Mom's Facebook status. Sometimes even the ones you love turn on you. We gave him everything, but some people only know how to hurt. And the comments. Dozens of them. People I hadn't seen in years calling me a monster, a snake, a selfish brat. And then Emma's comment, we did everything for him. He just threw it all away. My blood went cold. Everything for me? Like the time they canceled my birthday dinner because Emma was too tired? Or the time Dad borrowed $5,000 for emergency home repairs and spent it on a weekend in Vegas? Or the years I spent paying their bills while they posted family photos without me? I finished my coffee, tapped my phone, and this time I posted. Sometimes family is just another word for people who use you. But I'm done being used. The first comment was from Emma. Wow, you're really doing this publicly? Pathetic. Then Mom, I don't even know who you are anymore. I didn't reply. I just attached the folder of screenshots, payments, messages, their fake promises, and hit post. 3 minutes later, the comments turned. Wait, is this real? Jack, they told everyone you left them with nothing. Holy, this is insane. Mom's profile went dark within the hour, but the messages to me didn't stop. My phone lit up like a Christmas tree. 42 missed calls. Then 60, then 67. And the voicemails, begging, screaming, crying. Dad's final one was a whisper. Jack, you can't do this. Please, please just talk to me. I saved it, and I stepped away, letting them face the truth on their own. They thought it was over. They thought their desperate voicemails, their lawyers, empty threats, and Mom's tear-soaked Facebook post would make me fold, that I'd come crawling back, just like I always had. But they didn't know me anymore. Not this version. I set the date for the meeting, a quiet family diner on the edge of town, neutral ground. I chose a booth in the back where I could see the door. I didn't tell them I was bringing someone else. At exactly 6 p.m. they arrived, Dad, Mom, and Emma. No Zach this time, just the three of them, looking around nervously. Dad's jaw was tight. Mom clutched her purse like it was a lifeline, and Emma hid behind sunglasses, even though the diner was dimly lit. They slid into the booth, but I stayed silent, watching them fumble with their words. Jack, we don't want this to get any worse, Dad started, his voice forced and tight. We're a family. We can fix this, can't we? I leaned back, folding my arms. Because last I checked, you told me Christmas was off and I'd be hearing from your lawyer. Mom reached out her hand, trembling slightly. Jack, please. We were upset. We said things. We lied about you. I snapped publicly, I said. You made me look like a monster while you drained me dry. That's not fair, Emma muttered, her voice muffled behind her sunglasses. You did this. You made it public. I leaned forward. Oh, did I make it public? When Dad posted that I was just a useless child with a tantrum? Or when you laughed in the comments? Or when you all went on that family vacation without me and posted it everywhere? Dad's face turned red. Enough of this guilt trip. We came here to fix this. But if you want to keep acting so selfish... You're right, I interrupted, cold and sharp. Enough. I'm done pretending. I pulled out my phone, tapped the screen, and hit play. Their voices filled the diner. The recording I'd saved. Dad's voice, dripping with contempt. If you don't want to help this family, then don't ever come back. But don't come crying when you need something. Then another recording. Emma's text notifications. Jack, please. I'm so screwed. If I don't make this payment, they'll cancel my card. I love you, Jack. You're the only one who always helps me. Mom's face went pale. Emma's jaw tightened. You lied about me, used me, and now you're here because you're scared, I said, voice like steel. Not because you love me, not because you care, but because you need me. We didn't, Mom began, but I cut her off. I'm not done. I reached into my bag and pulled out a thick, neatly bound folder. I slid it across the table. Mortgage documents, proof of every payment I made, every single one under my name. The house isn't yours. It was never yours. Dad grabbed the folder, flipping through it, his hands shaking. This is a mistake. Not a mistake. I removed my name. They're requalifying your mortgage. If you can't afford it, the house is gone. Jack, Mom's voice was a shriek now. How could you do this? We raised you. No, you raised me to be a doormat, to be your personal ATM. I leaned closer, but that's over. Emma ripped off her sunglasses, tears already streaming down her face. You're being cruel. You're doing this to your own family. Family? You mean the family that posted about me like I was trash? The family that lied to everyone? The family that only calls when they need money? Stop it. Stop it. Dad slammed his fist on the table, eyes wild. I swear, Jack, if you don't fix this, or what? I smirked. You'll sue me? Go ahead. Your lawyer already tried. You want to talk about legal trouble? Let's talk about the $5,000 you borrowed from me for house repairs that you spent in Vegas. That was different, Dad sputtered. Or how about the $3,000 Emma took for her medical emergency that was actually a shopping spree? Or the time I covered the SUV payment you bragged about buying for yourself? Emma's face crumpled. You weren't supposed to know. I wasn't supposed to know a lot of things, like how you told people I refused to help you, or how you told Zach I was unstable and tried to turn him against me. Jack, please, Mom whispered, her voice broken. We can fix this. We're a family. But I just smiled. No, not. I nodded to the door. And that's when they saw him, my grandfather, Dad's father, stepping in, tall, silver-haired, his sharp eyes scanning the room before landing on us. He walked over, his cane tapping softly on the tiled floor, and stopped at our booth. Well. Grandpa's voice was calm, almost amused. Took you all long enough to destroy yourselves. Dad's face went pale. Dad, I didn't know you were coming. You never do. That's your problem. Grandpa looked at me. Jack told me everything. The money, the lies, the manipulation. You always did think you were the smartest one in the room, didn't you? Dad's mouth opened and closed, but no words came out. Funny thing, son. Grandpa continued, voice like ice. I rewrote the family trust last week. Jack's the sole beneficiary now. You, Emma, your mother, you're out. Emma gasped. Grandpa, please. No, he cut her off, his voice thunderous. I spent years watching your father lie and scheme. I hoped he'd grow out of it, but now I see he passed it on to you. He turned to me, and his expression softened. I should have stepped in sooner, Jack, but I'm here now. I nodded, fighting the lump in my throat. Thanks, Grandpa. As we stood to leave, Dad's voice broke, desperate and raw. Jack, you can't do this. We're family. I looked over my shoulder. You made sure I wasn't part of this family a long time ago. And then I walked out. But I wasn't done. I thought they would go silent. I thought they would finally back down. I underestimated them. The next morning I woke up to the sound of my phone buzzing nonstop. It wasn't just calls. There were texts, too. Dad, Mom, Emma, all of them trying to get through. I ignored every single one. Then the doorbell rang. I glanced through the peephole. It was Grandpa. I opened the door, and he walked in without a word, sat down at my kitchen table and motioned for me to sit. They're in shambles, he said, almost amused. Your father called me 3 times this morning, said you're trying to ruin the family. I scoffed. Funny how they see it that way. Grandpa looked at me, his eyes sharper than usual. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm proud of you. You stood up to them. About damn time. That caught me off guard. I had been expecting another guilt trip, another lecture about family loyalty. I didn't do it for revenge, I said. I just couldn't let them keep using me. Not anymore. He nodded, took a sip of the coffee I'd poured him, and then leaned back. Your dad thinks he's untouchable. Always did. Never thought his own son would be the one to cut him down. Just then my phone buzzed again. This time it was a voicemail. I played it out loud. Jack, son, this has gone too far. We're your family. You don't just walk away. Your mother's been crying nonstop. Emma won't come out of her room. You've humiliated us. Please, just come back. Let's talk this out. Don't tear this family apart. I glanced at Grandpa, who just shook his head. He's more upset about losing control than anything else. They always took your kindness for weakness. I knew he was right. For the first time, I saw it clearly. My entire life, I had been the one to make peace, to bridge the gap, to keep the family functioning. I thought it was my duty, but all I was doing was enabling them. This wasn't easy. Cutting ties felt like tearing away a piece of myself. But I finally understood. Sometimes caring for yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary. I'm not going back, I said quietly. I'm done being their safety net. Grandpa smiled. Good. Now start living for yourself. 2 weeks passed. I settled into my new routine. Quiet mornings, coffee by the window, no sudden calls demanding money or favors. I started focusing on my own life for the first time in years. Then one evening, I got a call from an unknown number. Against my better judgment, I picked up. Jack, it's Emma. Her voice was shaky, almost scared. What do you want? I wanted to talk, please. I'm at the coffee shop near your place. Just 5 minutes, that's all. I hesitated, but agreed. Something in her voice made me curious. When I arrived, she was sitting by the window, staring into her cup. She looked up when I walked in, and her eyes were red and swollen. You look awful, I said, not unkindly. She didn't argue. I know. I've been thinking about everything, about what I did, how we treated you. It wasn't right. I sat down across from her. You're just realizing that now? No, I knew it for a long time. I just didn't care. You always fixed everything, even when we hurt you. I thought that's just how it was supposed to be. Well, it's not. She nodded, her hands trembling. Mom and Dad are losing it. They're trying to figure out how to keep the house. Dad even looked into loans, but his credit is ruined. Mom's blaming me for everything. She says if I hadn't been so selfish, you wouldn't have snapped. I didn't say anything. I let her talk. I'm sorry, Jack, she whispered, barely looking up. I know it doesn't fix anything. I'm sorry. I took a deep breath. You know what the worst part is? I wanted to help. I always did. But it was never enough for you. You always needed more. And when I finally stopped, you all acted like I was betraying you. Emma wiped her eyes. You're right. I didn't see it like that. I just thought you'd always be there. Not anymore. She nodded, looking defeated. I'll leave you alone. I just wanted to say it. As she got up to leave, I spoke up. Emma. She turned around, surprised. Figure out your life. Stop relying on other people to fix your problems. You're old enough to take responsibility. She gave a small, broken smile. I'm trying. I really am. I didn't offer forgiveness. I wasn't there yet, but I didn't push her away either. That night, Grandpa called me again. Your dad's still trying to save face, telling people you'll come around, that you're just throwing a tantrum. I couldn't help but laugh. He really can't accept that I'm done, can he? He never will, but that's not your problem anymore. I hung up, feeling lighter than I had in years. The truth was out. The game was over. I didn't know what would happen next, but for the first time I didn't feel fear, just peace.